Class 9 English Reading Chapter number 1 The Last Sermon of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was born in 571 AD at Makkah, Saudi Arabia, in a respected Quraysh family. The Quraysh used to worship idols and did not believe in one God. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the Quraysh not to worship their false gods. He told them that he was the prophet of Allah and asked them to accept Islam and to worship the one and the only true God. The most of them refused to accept Islam. They thought that he was against their gods and their ancestors. They opposed this new faith so much that the Prophet ﷺ had to ask the believers to migrate to Yathrib, a city 320 km 200 miles north of Makkah. But with time, as many people started accepting his message and converting to Islam, the Quraysh became more aggressive and started making attempts on his life. Hence, when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam got positive signals from Yathrib, he also decided to immigrate there. After 8 days journey, he reached the outskirts of Yathrib on 28 June 622, but he did not enter the city directly. He stopped at a place called Quba, a place some miles from the main city, and built a mosque there. On 2nd July 622, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered the city. This event is known as Hijrah and marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. Yathrib was soon renamed Madinatun Nabi, literally city of the Prophet. But Nabi was soon dropped and its name became Medina, meaning the city. At the time of arrival of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina, the city had 4 broad groups of people. There were the Muslims, including those who were from Medina and those who had immigrated from Mecca. Then there were the hypocrites, that is, those who embraced Islam in the name only but actually were against it. Additionally, there were the people from Aus and Khazraj who were still pagans but were likely to accept Islam. Finally, there were the Jews who were huge in number and form an important community there. In order to ensure that all these people live peacefully with each other, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam invited the leading personalities of all the communities to discuss this matter. He wanted the different groups to reach a formal agreement for harmony among the communities and for the security of the city of Medina. He succeeded in drawing up the Constitution of Medina. Constitution of Medina, also known as the Charter of Medina. Charter of Medina, through which a kind of understanding was developed among all communities living in Medina. It mentioned the rights and duties of the Muslims and the Jews of Medina, gave freedom of religion and prohibited alliance with the outside enemies. It also declared that any dispute would be referred to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam for settlement. In later years, he unified the different Arab tribes under Islam, carried out social and religious reforms and administrative developments that further consolidated the Islamic community in Medina. Consolidated. In the year 10th AH, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam undertook his farewell pilgrimage to Mecca. Farewell pilgrimage. The farewell pilgrimage is one of the most significant historical events for the Muslims. For it was the first and the last pilgrimage made by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as well as an occasion when he taught Muslims how to perform the Hajj. Taught. Moreover, it was during this Hajj that he delivered his last sermon in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat on 9th of Dhul Hajj, 10th AH, 6th March 632. Urana valley, Mount Arafat. There were countless Muslims present with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam during his last pilgrimage when he delivered his last sermon. Countless present during delivering his last sermon. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam first of all praised and thanked Allah, and then said, "O people, lend me an attentive ear. For I know not whether after this year I shall ever be amongst you again. Therefore, listen to what I am saying to you very carefully, and take these words to those who could not be present here today." Then, amongst other things, he gave the following messages: O people, regard the life and property of every Muslim as a sacred trust. Return the goods entrusted to you to their rightful owner. Hurt no one so that no one may hurt you. Beware of Satan for the safety of your religion. He has lost all hope that he will ever be able to lead you astray in big things. So beware of following him in small things. O people, it is true that you have certain rights with regard to your women, but they also have rights over you. All mankind is from Adam, and Adam was created from dust. The noblest of you in Allah's sight is the most God fearing. Noblest. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor does a non-Arab have any superiority over an Arab. A white has no superiority over a black, nor does a black have any superiority over a white, except by piety and good action. Piety. I therefore crush under my feet all the false claims to greatness and superiority founded on blood or wealth. Every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim, and that the Muslims constitute brotherhood. Nothing shall be legitimate to a Muslim which belongs to a fellow Muslim unless it was given freely and willingly. Legitimate. The Holy Prophet completed his last sermon by saying, Be my witness, O God, that I have conveyed your message to your people. Conveyed. The message conveyed in this sermon are for all times. If the Muslims follow these messages, the result will be a fair and equitable society in which there will be honesty and justice, and meritocracy will be the guiding principle. Meritocracy.